So we are going to solve one more very good question, and it's from the linked list, and I will show you the question. Let me open the tab first. Okay, so the problem is this. Problem number 19, remove nth node from the end of the list. Okay, so let me explain on the whiteboard. And I would like to end this question, solving this problem in less than 10 minutes. So I will be little bit fast this time. So suppose there are 5 nodes, 1 2 3 4 and 5, and we want to delete, suppose, this node 4. So we want this as the result. We want to skip it and we want this. And suppose n equal to the node to be deleted. Okay, and this is user input. Okay, so what will be our logic behind this is mainly we are going to use 2 pointers firstly, which will be head, and second one will be temp. Later on we will see how we will iterate temp, and we will see also why we will not iterate head. I will also tell the concept of why to iterate the temp and not head. Okay, then we will see and rest is the simple method. Rest is simple linked list concepts. Okay, so let me start from here. I will write first the pseudocode, and then I will implement on the platform. Okay, so firstly we will take the temp variable. Okay, then what we will do is we will first want to know the length of the list, int length. For that we are taking one more variable, and suppose it is starting from the 0, then we will run a while loop, and inside we will write temp, and we will do length plus plus, and we will do temp equal to temp next. Okay, why we are writing this step? We are finding the length of the list. For finding the length of the list, how many elements are there in the linked list, for that we are doing this. Suppose that n is what? N is the node to be deleted, and it is given in the question. Okay, so n is node to be deleted. Suppose length equal to n, sorry, like if the length of the list is 5 and we want to remove n only, we want to remove that particular node only. Suppose this is the link, this is the list, and what will be n? N is from the reverse. It is given in the question that n we are counting from the reverse. So this is first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay, so this is the node which we want to delete. Okay, so this is a special case and we have to take care of this, because initially we have taken head and temp, the same pointer to which this node is pointing to. So we cannot directly eliminate it without removing the head element, because head node, because in the at the end we will return the head node only. So if the length of the list equal to n, the length of the list in case become the node to be deleted, then we will have to shift the head node from the very first node to the very next node. Okay, so for this thing I'm writing the code here. For that thing I'm writing the code here, that if length equal to n, then we are shifting the head to head next to avoid the error. Okay, very good. Now the next concept, I want to be at the node just before the node to be deleted. For example, here we were deleting this node, this particular node we were deleting. I want to reach at here at this node, and I will tell you why I am doing this. I want to come here. Let me just do that. Reaching a node just before the node to be deleted. Okay, for that I will take one more node, previous node, and for that, for coming there, we will use length minus n. I will tell you how this function is correct. Earlier here we has, okay, L is small, as we know these are case sensitive, so cannot write capital. So earlier we had taken length. Now what we are doing, we are subtracting n, the node to be deleted, from the length of the list. Okay, for example, let me show you here. For example, our list was of 5 elements, and n, this is the nth element which we want, element n which we want to delete. I want to come here. So what will I do? I will subtract length n from length. So length is 5, 5 minus 1, 2, 2 is 3, and this is the 1, 2 and third element from the beginning. So we are reaching here. So logically we are correct. So we are on the right track. Length minus n. Now, very important step we are coming to. I'm writing here for now only temp equal to head. Okay, and I will tell you the logic of it, why we are doing this at the end of the problem. So I'm just highlighting it and I will address it at the end, why I am writing this. Okay, after this what we will do, we will just skip the node. Let me show you. Let me show you what I'm saying. I'm saying for int I equal to 1, because we are starting from 1, and I less than previous node and I plus plus. I'm saying my temp will point to temp next. What I'm doing? I'm pointing to the node which I have to delete. Temp equal to temp next. Where is our temp? Our temp is here right now. Our temp is here right now, and by doing temp next, I'm coming here. The node which have to be deleted. The node which I have to delete. So I'm doing this. Now, we are very close to our answer now. Now in the very next step, what we will do, we will make temp next equal to temp next. That's it. That's it. And we are to our answer, return head. And the node will get deleted. Okay. And the node will get deleted. Now I will come to this point. Why I wrote this temp equal to head. I will tell you the logic behind it. Okay. Suppose we have 3 nodes and it is a singly linked list, for example, and we have 1, 2 and 3. Okay. So head and temp for the iteration, if we want to go from node 1 to node 3, then we will not iterate the head node. We will iterate the temporary node, which is temp. So what we will do temp equal to temp next. We will do this. We will write this. We will never write head equal to head next, because at the end we will return head only. And if we will return head, then if we are iterating the head, then at some point head will point to, after ending of this list, it will point to null. Then it will show the error. So in place of taking head node, in place of iterating head node, we take temporary node and we iterate that to avoid the error in future. That's why we take temp as a temporary variable and iterate that only. That is what we had done here. See, I have done temp equal to head. Why I did this? Because when I change temp equal to temp next here, I'm changing my temp. Now suppose my temp is here, or my temp is here, or somewhere else. So I want it to come back to the beginning, so that I can iterate it from the beginning. Suppose I am reading a book which has 15 pages. Okay, and now someone told me to come back to second page, and if I am on the 11th page, then if I will come from there, it will take me more time to reach to page 2. But if I am again coming back to the front and going to 2, then it will consume less time. It will be more efficient for me. Same is this logic. Temp equal to head, we are resetting resetting, we are resetting the value of temp. Okay, so that's why we are writing here temp equal to head. Now temp is at this first, temp is at the beginning of the node, and then we are doing temp next, and this will run up to the previous node. Previous node is what? The node just before the node to be deleted. Okay, and then we are doing temp to temp next to go to the node to be deleted, and then we are on the very next line, we are skipping that particular node by doing this temp next, and at the end we are returning head. So this is overall summary of the problem, how to remove the nth element from the end. Okay, now I will show you by running the code on the platform. Just give me a second. uh, Let me change the tab. Yeah, this is the problem. So we know the basic rules. Firstly, we create class. Okay, then we make it public. Then what we do, we take node star. Then suppose I have to take node to remove. Suppose I write here in camel case remove, then I will write here list node star head. I'm taking head pointer and I'm taking int n. Okay, now I'm doing list node star temp equal to head. Okay, then we are taking int length equal to 0. Then we are running a while loop, and inside it we are writing temp, and then we are doing length plus plus. Then we are doing temp equal to temp pointing to next. Then what was our next step? Let me see. I'm not able to change it. Okay, what we did here, yeah, we took this condition that if the node to be deleted become just equal to, if node to be deleted becomes equal to the length of the list, then to tackle that particular case, we are doing what? We are just doing temp equal to temp next. Sorry, not temp. We have to take care of head, no? Head next. Okay, after that what we have to do, we have to reach to the node just before the node to be deleted. For that, what we are doing, we are doing int previous node int previous node uh, and length minus n. Okay, and then we are doing temp equal to head. Then we are running a for loop less than previous node I plus plus, and then we are doing temp equal to temp next. Okay, and then after coming out of the for loop, what we are doing, we are removing the node which is to be deleted, but there is a rule in linked list that we can only skip that particular node, and we don't have any function like delete or remove in linked list, so we can skip that particular node only. And after doing that, we will return head node. So all about this is all about the problem. I hope this will run at once. If I would have not done any mistakes. Let's see. Okay. No, remove n. So guys, the thing is that there is already defined some classes in the platform, so I cannot write it by myself. I will have to write which is provided in the platform itself, and in the platform it was remove nth from end, so I will have to write that only, otherwise it will show the error. Now let's see, it is showing runtime error, and I don't know why. Let's see. Okay, temp next. Next. What it is showing? Member accessible pointer of type list node and continue different behavior. Why it is showing this, man? Previous node, temp is pointing to temp next. Let me check once there also on my temp next. Everything is right. Temp next. Return head after coming out of for loop. Showing the error maybe because of this. Okay, only one case is running and rest is showing error. Still not coming properly. I'm doing somewhere mistake. Length minus and temp equal to head. Then we are doing temp pointing to next. And we are returning the head. What's the issue? Let me see, guys. I think temp next. I think I'm returning here head. I'm not able to find the mistake. All test cases are not running. Mm, dear man. Think if I'm writing this inside the for loop, then it's showing somewhere, and when I'm writing it outside the loop, runtime error. But I've written head equal to blue. It should have forward to return head pointing to next. Return head pointing to next. Shit. This was the problem. I by mistake I wrote head equal to head next. Uh, I had written head equal to head next, and I was not returning. I have to return head next for the rest of the uh, list to proceed it, and I was writing head equal to head next. So that was the issue. That was the issue. I hope you all would have got the answer how to solve this particular problem. So this is how this problem will be solved. Thank you very much.